I'm Susan Heller, the Kosher Keto Maven, and today we're going to make Scotch eggs. Scotch eggs are hard-boiled or soft-boiled eggs wrapped in ground meat. It's only 2 ingredients, just the eggs and the ground beef. I prefer them soft-boiled, so I'm going to soft-boil some eggs first and then wrap them in the ground meat when they're cooled. All right, let's get cooking. In order to make these Scotch eggs, you need to have either soft-boiled, medium-boiled, or hard-boiled eggs. I prefer the soft-boiled, and I have an egg maker here, and it has a measuring cup, and I've already measured the water, and I'm going to pour it in here. This little cup shows you all the measurements for soft-boiled eggs, medium-boiled eggs, and hard-boiled eggs. And it will make 7, but you can make less. I'm going to make 3. The other thing you need to do is turn this cup upside down, and it has a very sharp point here in an indented bottom of the cup. And I'm going to take the wider end of the egg, you might be able to hear this, and make a hole in it. Then all I do is put my lid on, and there's a little switch on the side and a red light comes on. So I'm going to turn that to on. The red light came on and it'll shut off automatically when it's done. So that's it. I really like this soft-boiled egg maker or hard-boiled egg maker. I use it quite a bit. The reason I like it is it's got a small footprint. It's only about 7 inches high and 7 inches wide. And they come out perfectly every time. But when I make hard-boiled eggs, I don't have to take the shells off right away. I can put them in the refrigerator with the shells, and that way they keep longer. And I am able to shell them like 3 days later. If you don't have one of these, you could get just a pot of boiling water, and once the water's boiling, put the eggs in the pot and boil them for 9 minutes. Then take them out, and you need to put them in an ice bath, which you should prepare while the eggs are cooking. So an ice bath would be several cups of ice in a bowl and then filled with cold water from your sink. When you take the eggs out of the boiling water, you put them immediately in the ice bath, and you can let them sit in there for a few minutes, but the important thing that does is stop the cooking. For me, this is much easier. I much prefer it. All right, so we'll be back when they're done. Our eggs are finished. Not only does the light go out when they're finished, but it beeps. I'm going to let them sit in here till they're cool while I prepare the meat, but it's very important to rinse this with soap and water when you're done because you've pierced a raw egg with it. This cooker makes soft-boiled eggs, medium-boiled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, and poached eggs. It has a different insert for the poached eggs. It's got 3 compartments. And that's it. It's easy to clean. I just wipe it with a paper towel and vinegar. I'm going to let these sit here and cool. So I have a pound of ground meat here. Actually, it's a little bit more than a pound of meat. And I'm going to measure it out into 5 to 5.5 inch meatballs. .4 and .05. 570. 540. 520. 495. 505. Still 505. 5 even. Okay. So that will be 1. $5.05, a little better in estimating this one. 5, there we go. And the last one, let's see. 580. All right, so I want to make it 525. So each one of these is about 5 1/4 ounces. And I have a piece of parchment that I'm gonna fold in half. And I'm gonna flatten it with my hands to make it into a patty. You can use a rolling pin if you have a meat rolling pin, but I don't, so I'm just going to use the smooth side of this jar. There, that's big enough. Let's see, let's measure it so we know. It's approximately, it's almost 7 inches at the widest part and 7 inches. All right, so I'm going to take an egg now, very gently, put it in the middle, and fold this over. Try and smooth out the seams a little bit. You have to be gentle because the soft-boiled egg, the white part of it, is kind of squishy. Okay, and then I'm going to put it on this pan. A little roasting pan with a wire rack that I sometimes cook steaks on. Okay. Let's do the next one. This will make an indent in your burger, in your ground meat while you're making the patty. But it's okay because you can smooth it out at the end. I think we want it a little bigger. I have my oven preheating to 350. There. have the second one. And now the last one. There, that's good. Now this one fell apart a little bit while I was peeling it, but I think it'll be just fine. There. Here we have 3 Scotch eggs ready to bake. I'm going to bake them for about 25 minutes, I believe. I'll check them at 20. I just bake them until the top is nice and brown, just like you would be frying a hamburger on a fry pan on your stove. I just cook them till that long. I think it'll be about 25 minutes, but I'll let you know. All right, let's put these in the oven and we'll be back in a little bit. Our Scotch eggs are done. I put one on a plate. I'm going to cut it in half. And there it is. Perfect. It came out perfectly. The yolks are soft, but not too soft. They're not runny. And now, let's do a taste test. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'echol niyeh bidvaro. I need to get a bite with the egg. The first bite tasted basically like hamburger because I didn't have any egg with it. The second bite, where I got some egg in my mouth, that was delicious. I hope you make these Scotch eggs. They're fairly easy to make. Often they're served at room temperature. Sometimes people take them to go for a lunch. They're really quite good. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments if you're going to make this. B'tei Avon.